Welcome back. Let's get one last check of what's going on with our snow that is now arriving in the Quad Cities. Just peeked my head out the door there a second ago. We have some spits of snowflakes here and there. So not much longer before the steadier snow arrives, and it is right here, just west of Keithsburg, north of Burlington, and now getting into Galesburg. And the road conditions in that region are quickly going downhill as we speak. You can see that if you look at the map here, right there into Burlington, lots of blue popping up, and eventually that will make its way northward as we head into the afternoon. So weather impact alert for the rest of the day until midnight tonight for this snow, especially gets a little heavy around school pickup time and then for the start of the evening commute. By the time we get to 9 o'clock, that snow will be wrapping up to the east of us, but the roads will still be a mess for quite a while tonight. There you see the snowfall expectations. Still think 3 to 4 tops here as you go south of the Quad Cities. And then here for the Quad Cities proper, about 2 inches, lighter amounts to the north. And thankfully, this will be a powdery snow, so a little easier to remove. And also, thankfully, we're not going to see a lot of wind today. So we're not expecting blowing and drifting snow. You notice single-digit wind speeds the next 2 days. Now, we do have some really cold air coming in as we go into Thursday morning. We've gone ahead and put out another weather impact alert for that day. That'll be the first time this season that we fall below 0, and the wind chills will be about 10 to 15 below. So that means if you leave your car outside, it might be a little upset with you. Certainly the humans are going to be upset having to go out in that cold. Yes. Yours truly included. And make sure you have some extra layers for the kiddos at the bus stop on Thursday.
I think it's just crazy that it says, you said Wednesday's going to be our best day.
It is, yeah, literally.
But it's 31 degrees.
Yeah.
It's just a sign of the times. It really is December.
It really is, yep. Don't forget, too, a couple minutes we'll have our stream.
That's right, in just a couple
on the
minutes.
app. Yep.
Yes, very important. And we're talking about, what are we talking about?
Snow, road conditions, and then that cold.
So literally everything that you need to know for today.
Yep, to get ready.
All right, sounds good. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. And make sure to tune in for Andrew's chat in just seconds, really.
Yep, Andrew and Peter, we're back at it again.
We'll see you then. Have a great day.
Hi. Good afternoon, Quad Cities, and welcome back into another update regarding our next round of snow.
Yay.
I know, right? We're so excited. It's moving back in. In fact, you probably just peeked your head out the door, and I
Yes.
did, and it looks like the flakes are flying already.
It is, and actually for many of our hometowns, we already have some people in the chat here telling us about some of the snowfall starting to make its way down. Just flaky, really flurry, like for now.
Yeah.
For now.
It has arrived. So this is another little quick chat just to tell you what to expect for the remainder of today and, of course, give you the status of what's going on right now. So welcome on in. We're going to be with you here for about the next 15 minutes or so. I'm meteorologist Andrew Stutzky.
And I'm weather anchor Peter Warner. Thank you for joining us on the app
Yes.
or on Facebook as well. If you're on Facebook, you can get those questions in the chat. But if not, you can text us at
309-304-0888.
309-304-0888. I always like to say it twice. Just a good reminder.
Yeah,
Right?
that way you've got it memorized and in your phone. You should have us on speed dial by now.
Oh, my
with how many of things that we've done, right?
We've been busy. It's been a busy last, like 48, 72 hours, give or take.
My gosh, yes. We are quickly making up, for lost time and how
Yeah.
quiet it's been,
Very
know,
quickly.
in terms of storms, whether it's severe weather, and of course now we're talking snow.
Snow.
And
A
here
whole
it
lot of
is.
snow on Saturday.
Yeah. Lots and lots of snow. I think more than 9 inches in Moline. We surpassed 10 inches in Davenport. It didn't make it the snowiest November snow that we'd
No.
ever seen, but it came within the top 5.
Definitely within the top 5, and some, again, localized areas. For example, I think East Moline saw over 10 and
Yep.
a half inches. In Geneseo, you saw, what, 11.5, almost
Almost
12?
a foot.
Yeah, a lot of snow.
So impressive. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add more on top of it.
Yay.
Yes, right? Snowmobilers. If you're in the snow removal business, I bet your pocketbook's looking pretty good here right now.
Very true.
So the snow is moving in as we speak. I want to give you a little peek at coming attractions here that will likely develop, I would say, in the next couple of hours. And I want to show you this camera that I just took a snapshot of from New London, Iowa. This is in southeast Iowa. And so if we can pull up Max 2, I'll have Alec do that for us in the control booth back there, please. And I'll show you the snow-covered roads that are going to be heading our way. Now, this snow coming in is going to be a little bit different than the weekend one.
Yes.
It's a lot drier and powdery in
Very
nature.
fluffy.
Yeah.
Not good snowballs, though.
Not good snowball making for this snow, no. But it will create some very slick travel conditions, especially as we head into this afternoon. The live look in New London shows roads are pretty much all covered now, and it's kind of a thin little layer,
It's thin.
but it definitely, I'm sure, has some slick properties to it.
I was going to say, it's still going to be very slick, and because the pavement got real cool last night. So you were talking
Yeah.
about temperatures you saw, what, this morning? Around
We had single digits in
single
Stockton.
digits, right? Yeah.
And then some low double digits, some low teens in other places.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So as we've been saying this morning, the pavement is primed to start getting that snowfall to stick to it really easily without delay and without problems.
Yes, and I think we'll definitely probably see a lot of more of that pink again on the coverage map today.
Yes.
So that's something we'll be watching out for as well. We'll have more streams coming and update you obviously throughout the night on those road conditions here as well.
Absolutely. I think we have our next one planned for 2
2
o'clock.
o'clock,
A little
yes.
check-in with what's going on. The Beast, I believe, is going to be out and about later this afternoon into this evening because the evening commute, that's going to be the biggest impact. I'm saying that and school pickup time.
Yes.
That's going to have the worst of the road conditions. It's not just visibility, but also you're talking those snow-covered roads as well.
And if you've been watching us on our primary channel here today, you've noticed on the bottom there's already a pretty good deal of closings starting, or early releases for sure, kind of going on that you could get updates on down there as well.
So keep an eye on that list. Could be a couple more early dismissals
Yes.
coming in. It is only noon after all, so there's still time for that to happen. We have a weather impact alert that is in place now all the way through midnight tonight for that snow. No, it's not going to be snowmageddon like we had over the
No.
weekend. But even though it's a light amount of snow or a lighter amount of snow, that doesn't mean it's going to be any less impactful compared to what we had over the weekend.
That's very true. And again, we talked about this a lot, and we'll show you the graphic coming up here in a bit. This is honestly almost more hazardous driving than not, 'cause more people are on the roads. It gets a little bit slick out there. Just take caution. I think that's kind of our biggest thing here, right? It's not like the roads are going to be impassable,
Right.
but you got to take a lot of caution here with these types of snowfalls, especially during that evening commute. Here's that camera you were
There's
talking
what
about.
it looks like. Yeah, so this is New London in southeast Iowa. And you can see on the highway here, both lanes covered in that thin, slushy layer of snow. And where you don't have much traffic, looks like the road's completely covered.
Yeah, it's going to start to occur, and I think not crazy snowfall rates here, though, right? That's not what we're talking
Right.
about, so it's not like it's going to accumulate quickly here. It's very light snow, and I think moderate bands really at best with this, most likely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a long duration event like we saw over the weekend where we're going to be stuck in this for 6 to 8, 9 hours. It's going to be a quick hitter. It's in and out very quickly. The thing is, though, is it's got, some potent snowfall with it. So that's what we're going to be trending. And I'm watching this. I know, Peter, you brought this up last night, that winter weather advisory.
Yeah.
Added a couple of counties, though, this morning.
It did. Jumped a little bit further to the north. So we added Clinton and Carroll County into there. The rest of the counties, nothing's changed there. Again, it started for everyone now. It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So all of us are in effect now for this winter weather advisory. But that continues through midnight. Again, I was curious about Clinton and Carroll because they were right on the fringe for that criteria last night. I know Billy asked about it, and now that's back in play.
And now you're in play, yeah. So if you're in the advisory, that's where the roads are going to get nasty into this afternoon. If you're not in the advisory, there's still going to be some slick spots, but you're not expecting the volume of snow that we're anticipating a little bit further south.
I feel like totals are going to be kind of just decreasing north to south. I mean, increasing north to south. Oh my goodness, I got the touchscreen going on here.
Oh, that was
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It happened to James and I yesterday. Sometimes we can click things out, sometimes it won't.
sometimes not. But
Technology.
I love it so much. You never know what's going to happen.
That's true.
There's the snow. It has officially started in the Quad Cities. Look at the visibility. It's now getting harder and harder to see the Bettendorf side here, the Iowa side of the Mississippi River. And it won't be much longer that this snowfall intensity will begin to pick up a little bit more and start decreasing visibility. Now, the bridge deck looks fine for now, but I'm willing to bet when we come back at 2 o'clock, that bridge deck is going to look a whole lot different.
Whole lot different, at least some coverage on there, if not all coverage. I think by right around 2-3 is when we're expecting maybe that more peak intensity too, right, Andrew?
Exactly, yeah. I'll show you radar where that heavy band is. And there's, again, a reminder of the cold air we had this morning. Still in the 20s.
Still in the 20s, and I don't think we're really going to escape them today.
No, that's where we're going to stick for the rest of the afternoon. What you're looking at, of course, is the radar. And one of the things I was pointing out to Peter, and if you want to learn a little bit about radar, usually we see a donut hole around the radar when the snow first arrives because we have a layer of dry air. But as I showed you, we didn't have that.
Just wet.
Yeah, there was no delay. There was no eating away at this snow band, and it just came right in.
Yeah, it moved in quick too, and you can already see it's starting to get a little bit more moderate, at least further to the south. Let's see. Now let's try this. Sometimes it works. It does not work there, but right around Mercer County and to portions maybe heading towards Princeton, Peru as well, and also way down south, maybe near Macomb right now. But that's going to continue to track further to the northeast here. So when the timing's working out overall, I'd say pretty well with the system here too.
You put together this really nice graphic that shows the arrival time of when the steadier snow is going to arrive. And yeah, spot on with what you had south of the Quad Cities, and I think we're still on schedule here too.
Yep.
And then just a little bit later, the farther north you go.
Yes, and there's a little variation in timing because we have 2 short-term models we like to look at. We have our in-house model, of course. Then we also have the rapid refresh. That was pushing it back a little bit more. So that's why I had a little bit of a delay, not the exact 2 o'clock, but our house model's done fantastic so far.
Yeah, it's done a very nice job at picking up when it arrives and, of course, where the heaviest band has been. And I think that's going to be a lot of the question we're going to get is, where is that heaviest band going to set up? And we'll be able to show you that here with that in-house future track in a moment. But I did want to show you already in southeast Iowa, kind of near New London, where we just took you, you're starting to see that blue show up on the map. And, in fact, if you go down into Missouri, it's all pink, meaning they're 100% covered with snow.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if we see pretty much all blue to pink here by, I'd say, 2-3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I think right around school pickup time is when you're going to start to see that map fill in with a whole different color. Here's the in-house model that we call Future Track as we take you through time here so you can see how that's going to work. And there's going to be a theme to this. What you're looking for are those bright whites. That's where your heavy band is. And notice where that sets up and lingers the most into the afternoon.
Yeah, it's right along that line from Princeton, Peru, down towards Kewaunee, Galesburg, and kind of Burlington areas. That's what we've talked about. Mount Pleasant, I think, as well. Could be seeing those higher totals, but we've kind of keyed in on this really throughout the system. That's where it's going to be Highway 34, then kind of curving up towards Princeton, Peru.
Yep, even some of this up to Sterling Rock Falls, seeing some heavier banding there. But as you go further north, notice how the dry air just kind of takes over a little bit more.
Yep.
Heading into the afternoon. While meanwhile, this is 4:30. Folks are packing up, getting ready to hit the road and head home. You still got heavy snow falling.
Yeah, and it's going to continue through, I'd say, right around 6 p.m. here. We'll continue to see especially bands again further to the east. Seeing those impacts. There is some drier air aloft that is going to kind of push it on the back, and you can see the more moist air south, that drier northwest wind kind of aloft is going to help kind of force that clearing a little bit sooner. So I'd say right around 8, 9 p.m., further to the north, then further to the south after that.
Yeah, you'll see that gradual end from north to south as that, what Peter said, that drier air comes in and we start to lose the focusing mechanism of this storm itself. So when you put the snowfall totals on here, and again, we got this updated about 9:15, 9:20 with the latest model run, still consensus that the heaviest amounts are going to be down there, south.
Yep, it's been pretty consistent there. Or every really, the probability maps we look at, ensembles, any models kind of showing these consistent 2-3/3-6 south. And then we have that kind of corridor here. It's almost like lining up with the arrival times in a way too.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
You're right.
And again, there's the focus heading towards almost Chicagoland as we get later into the night.
Yeah, so not, a totally disruptive snow like we had over the weekend, but it is impactful because the roads are going to be quite nasty as we go through time.
Yeah.
You put together a fantastic graphic because the numbers are not like the numbers we saw this weekend.
No.
But that doesn't mean that your chance to potentially get into a little bit of trouble is lower necessarily.
No, it does not. Actually, I think it's even a little bit higher, maybe. And I think one reason is a lot more people stay home, right?
Yep.
And those scenarios like we saw on Saturday, we barely saw really any cars on the road at all. But today we're still going to be seeing plenty of people out, especially with it being the start of a work week after a holiday.
That's right.
That's something to keep in mind here too. But between trace to 2 inches, which we were just showing you, right around what we're seeing here in the metro and what many are seeing as we enter that school pickup time, is where you see 74.2% of snow-related accidents. 74.2%. That data comes in from Iowa DOT and our friends at the National Weather Service. So major emphasis here is still take caution and also keep aware of your surroundings. Maybe some people won't, because it's 1 to 2 inches. A lot of people are like,
Whatever.
But no, that's obviously not the case, and the
No.
data shows that. That's, again, what we're really focused on here is that impact on the evening commute with the system.
And you brought up a great point with the traffic volume.
Yeah.
That a lot of, number one, it was a Saturday, so people were able to stay home. They didn't have to go to work or go to school. That's not the case today.
No.
Where we have people that have to go to work, have to go to school, and we're not talking about a foot of snow. I think that really scares a lot of people from staying off the roads versus the 1 to 4. Like you said, the volume's heavier today versus what we had over the weekend.
Heavier. And I feel like usually a lot of times also following these holiday weeks, there's not as many people, say, taking off on a Monday or anything either, too.
Right.
So,
Great point. I didn't even think about that this morning.
I was
I
like,
love it.
ooh. That's just going to make it even worse, and maybe some delayed travel from Saturday as well coming in.
That will absolutely, yeah.
So there's a whole lot playing in to this one. I know.
Yeah, there's quite a bit coming in here. The good news again, though, we're not seeing a repeat of the weekend.
I think everyone's happy about
Yeah,
that.
I know I'm happy about that. If you're curious what the Winter Storm Severity Index looks like, it is not a 4 out of 5 with this system. In fact, it's only a 2 out of 5. So the scale is very similar when we track severe weather. Obviously, the higher the number, the more impactful we're expecting it to be. This time, at least, it's 2 out of 5. And it's a nice, line here showing really where the impacts are going to be.
Yeah, and it fits exactly with our advisories pretty much here throughout the area. And I think further to the south is where the highest impacts with the system are going to be. We're on kind of the north side of the disturbance for this north side here of it. So, for example, on Saturday, that low moved really on top of us here in the Quad Cities.
Right.
When it's staying further to the south, that's where we're getting these lower totals and thus the lower impact. Still impactful, don't get me wrong, but we're not seeing that 4 like we saw on Saturday.
And isn't it interesting that this map perfectly aligns up with where that winter weather advisory is? That's why I like showing this, because it's another tool in the toolbox that the folks at the National Weather Service used to determine where they're going to put out these advisories at.
And it's a fantastic way to, I think, visualize it here too.
Exactly, yep. So the darker the color, the more impacts you're going to see, the more difficulty you're going to have. Lastly, we want to talk about after the snow.
Ooh.
Of course, we're going to have to clean up, but it's going to get cold.
Yeah, that's not going to be fun.
It's going to get quite cold.
Yeah.
Did I show this on the last stream? I don't even remember if I had an impact alert graphic. I probably don't because I didn't save it. Monday brain.
Oh, that's
okay. But I'll show you it on the 8-day.
Well, we got to walk through one of these at a time. Winter is here and it's coming.
Yeah. When you have multiple weather impact alerts, it's hard to keep the graphics, differentiated from each other. But this is the easiest way I can show you right now. It's Thursday morning. That number is 4 below 0, by the way.
Ugh.
I know. And that's lower than what you had yesterday. It looks like the strength of the cold is
increasing. Picking up.
Yeah.
So guidance on Saturday I was looking at it with James, is like, James, this is continually showing 0 to 2 degrees. The day before, I think I had 2-3 degrees as the low there, or 1 degree maybe. And then it trended lower yesterday to where I went, I think, -1. Now we're seeing some data. This is crazy land data, but that's even colder than that.
Yeah, would you say -9?
The GFS 12Z run today, the deterministic, or kind of its flagship model, we like to say, of the GFS, threw a -9 out on Thursday morning. Yeah. Doesn't that sound fun?
I mean, you've got the snowpack, ingredient number
plausible.
1. If you can get winds to go light enough Wednesday night into Thursday morning and we clear out the skies early enough, I could see 9 below. You just got to get the right conditions to get it.
Yes, there's a lot that plays into it, but the trend is definitely there for negatives, I think, as we get towards Thursday. And even maybe Friday, some data shoving it up a little bit towards those 7, some even still staying around 0 there too.
Yeah, it's going to be a cold couple of days. So because it is the first sub-zero day of the season, we want you to be advised of that too. Probably wouldn't be surprised if we wake up that morning on GNQC to see a few districts delays start of school, especially some of that have to go out in the more rural areas. Chance of the bus breaking down, you definitely don't want to have that situation,
Not a good situation.
occur. So we get through the snow today, then we get through the bitter cold, then we get, kind of a decent weekend. We'll see what happens with the snow on Saturday, but at least the temperatures aren't terrible.
No, that is for sure. And that system on Saturday, it's trending a little bit later.
Yep.
That's been a consistent trend we've looked at here. Is I'd say time frame. I mean, again, it's what? How many days away? 5, 6.
Got a ways yet.
We got a ways to go, but timing overall relatively consistent. The last few runs, right around like the late evening, overnight hours.
Into the
so
overnight
that's
hours. Yeah.
at least there for sure.
Thank goodness.
And then Monday's a trend that's kind of, there's all these little notches coming in, we like to say.
Yeah. It's a very active pattern. We're going to be close to the storm track.
Yep.
And anytime that happens, you're going to get these waves of energy. And of course, that far, the timing is going to change a little bit, but it does look pretty active heading into the first half of December.
It's the good news is though with this track, I think mostly we're gonna be seeing clipper-like systems.
Yes.
Which is great news in terms of snowfall totals. It's coming on, dipping from Canada, and when we get those tracks, if you watch our winter weather special, you know about these. But when you get those tracks, that's where you get your lighter, fluffier snows. Colder temperatures, but you're not, seeing like what we saw on Saturday.
You're not seeing what you call the panhandle hook storms.
Panhandle hooks or the Colorado lows as much with this one. Just the clippers. They're quick, they're moving fast, kind of like today.
As long as we don't get that hybrid clipper, which I've seen come in a time or two, those can really surprise you. And I hope we don't have that, but again, with something
almost like a Pineapple Express type scenario.
Yeah, it's the worst case scenario if you're forecasting clipper snow.
Yeah.
Some of those have been beasts around here.
Not fun.
We don't want that.
And those bring the strongest winds typically too.
Oh yes, they bring a whole host of problems. Windy conditions, it's not fun. There's our snowflakes.
It's pretty.
It's so pretty.
It is relaxing.
So pretty.
We were listening to Christmas music earlier here. Like, the tone is set. It is time. We were listening to Christmas music together while we were preparing these streams for you guys.
The only thing I didn't have was my virtual fireplace going. I usually put a little fireplace on the screen here. And
it's nice and relaxing. Get the Mariah Carey going.
Exactly.
Everything's all good to go.
We'll see if you guys have some questions at home, and then we'll wrap things up and leave it for Chief Meteorologist James Zahara coming in this afternoon and this evening, and you'll still be here as well. I think we have plans to get the beast out because I think everyone's going to want to know what those roads look like before they head home tonight.
Just a note here also on the visibility with this. It's starting to be hard to see the aisle now.
You're right. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder. There it is, 1 mile of visibility. It's getting harder to see over to the other side of the river.
Yep.
So that is picking up, definitely.
In terms of questions, we just got a whole lot of primarily reports. We got Alexis snow. We got Cole Valley, Clinton. There's another report of some snow. Michelle was wondering, will the winds pick up this afternoon?
We were looking at that earlier this morning, too, in our first discussion, and I'll pull that back up because this graphic is updating. We are not going to be seeing strong wind gusts, but we will see gusts as we get into later this afternoon and this evening, right around that 10 to 15.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
No. I mean, and this is a light, fluffy snow, so very good news that we aren't.
Yes, because this is the stuff that blows around.
This will blow and drift very easily if the winds were to pick up.
Yep.
Let's see, some reports out of Davenport, Aledo, right around 30 minutes ago. So I apologize on this one. This is the first time I'm seeing this hometown's names. Dahinda.
Oh, Dahinda.
Dahinda. Yes. Visibility low there as well.
Okay. Yep. So that is south. That would be kind of in the Galesburg-Knoxville area.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
That's really getting down there. I'd believe it looking at the radar. That's exactly what we're seeing. I was just poking around at some of the cameras. It's snowing in Prophetstown. Didn't see anything in Rock Falls yet. Snowing in Clinton for
that's
sure.
Yep, I think Billy said, Billy got that one for us.
Yep, we got the snow there. What about, I know we get a couple people that watch us too from Dixon and Lee County.
Oh, yes.
Let me see if I have my Dixon camera in
I know
my...
my family out there watches us now.
That's
I know that for
right.
sure.
That is right. Do we have snow in Dixon yet? Maybe not. No,
Maybe not.
doesn't look like it
Oh,
yet.
the rock is beautiful, though.
Isn't it with the snow?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's very picturesque there.
It is.
Won't be long. You'll see the snowflakes there too.
Yes,
If it
that
hasn't
is for
started,
sure.
it'll be snowing in probably the next hour or two.
Yep, that's the time frame. I think by 3 at the latest. Most likely 2.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close.
Everyone.
So I have a little homework for everyone as we go into this afternoon and this evening, because we need your snowfall totals.
Yes.
There's nothing automated about snowfall. There's no machine out there like a rain gauge. There's no snow gauge, because snow needs a human for measurement. We have snow drifts. We have all these different variables with snow. So my homework for you at home is, when we get close to the evening newscast, say when you get home about 4:30, get out with your tape measure, your ruler, your favorite device, whatever you want to use that's accurate, and measure the snow that's sitting, the new snow. You know, we don't need what's already on the ground, but if you've got maybe a driveway or a deck, you can, kind of look at the latest snowfall total. Let us know how much snow you're seeing, because, again, there's nothing automated about that. There's no machine. If you don't see your town listed on any of our graphics in terms of snow, it's not because we hate you.
Yes, it is not because we don't have any feelings towards you or the people of your city.
No.
We just don't have any reports from you, or the reports that last came in were, say, 5-6 hours ago,
Exactly.
and 100% inaccurate at that time, because obviously they aren't going to be accurate once another 2-3 inches of snow fell. So
My general rule of thumb is, if we can get a fresh report every 4 hours, that is perfect.
we love that.
Yes, that's nice to see, because there's nothing worse than putting out, and we've had to do this at times, where we have to go on the air and we have to put out a total that's 6 hours old. And there's certainly things that have changed since then.
100%.
So that's why we like to get as many snowfall totals as we can. We absolutely appreciate those reports. We do it ourselves, but we can't clone ourselves yet. So
No, we're working on that.
exactly. Can you imagine a little mini Andrew or a mini Peter in every
Andrew,
hometown?
and
every
Andrew
hometown?
Army running around, getting snowfall totals.
Getting our little
They-
snowfall
Each of them
totals.
have like a yardstick and a tape measure and filled. Oh, that'd be good.
Just like a
And,
bunch of
and
elves.
what about Coopers with them too?
Yeah,
They each
we
have
could
their own
do that.
Cooper?
Yep.
That'd be good.
Is it up to his belly? Is it beyond his belly?
That's
how
the
he would
measuring
measure
stick.
it.
Yeah.
I love that idea. So yeah, we really would appreciate your help with getting those snowfall amounts. Nothing automated about it. It's all dependent on you at home. So help us out there. That'd be a big help.
Yeah. We'd appreciate it.
Yes, we do. We will go ahead and let you enjoy the rest of your lunch hour. Hopefully you're having something good for lunch.
Sounds like it's a nice hearty meal day, right?
It is. It's a good, like Ava said this morning, it's a good pot roast day.
Pot roast,
Yeah.
chili,
Something warm.
warm.
Nice warm
Warm
soup.
and heavy.
Yeah. Some nice mac and cheese, some baked mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Okay, now I'm going to go home and make baked mac
Yeah,
and cheese.
you need to go home and eat. I think I need to eat soon as well. My goodness.
Yeah, it is lunchtime. So we'll let you go ahead and enjoy your lunch. And of course, we'll have more updates throughout the afternoon and the evening right here on the A+ app, on air, and at WQAD.com.
See you at 2.
Yep, have a great day.